Welcome back to part 4 of the story about the wicked boss. In part 3, Bukola's business exploded with success while Folake discovered her ex-worker's achievements and was consumed by jealousy. Now, let's see what happens when jealousy turned into something darker. Over the next few months, things got worse for Folake. She started losing customers. Not just small ones, but big clients who had been with her for years. First, it was the Okonkwo family, then the Adebayo wedding she had been counting on, then the Williams anniversary party. All these customer losses pained Folake deeply, but the one that hurt her the most came on a quiet afternoon. She received a phone call from the Lagos Women Business Association, the organization whose annual gala she had catered for 5 consecutive years. This gala was her pride and joy, her most prestigious contract worth a whopping 3 million naira. The chairwoman's voice was apologetic but firm. They had decided not to use Folake's services this year because they wanted something fresh and modern for the event. Folake tried desperately to plead with her, reminding them of the 5 years of excellent services she had provided. But the chairwoman cut her off politely. The decision had already been made and she hoped Folake would understand. When Folake hung up, her hands trembled with shock and anger. Losing a $3 million contract was devastating, but not knowing who had replaced her made it even worse. The next day, Folake found out in the most painful way possible. While scrolling through Instagram, she came across a post from Bukola. It was an appreciation post with a photo of Bukola smiling brightly, holding a contract document. The caption read, "Grateful to God, I'm honored to announce that Bukola's luxury event will be catering the Lagos Business Women's Association annual gala this year. Thank you for trusting me with this prestigious event." The post had thousands of likes and hundreds of congratulatory comments. Folake felt like someone had stabbed her in her heart. Her hands shook violently as she stared at the screen. The girl she had fired, that same girl, had taken her 3 million naira contract, her crown jewel. This was too much. This was the final straw. Bukola hadn't just taken her customers, she had taken her reputation, her pride, everything. That night, Folake called her friend Shade. Her voice shook with anger and desperation as she explained that she couldn't take it anymore. That girl, aka Bukola, was destroying her and taking everything she had worked for. Shade listened quietly, then said something that would change everything. She told Folake about a Babalawo named Baba Korede who could handle situations like this. Folake's heart pounded when she heard the word Babalawo. At first, she was skeptical about handling the case this way because using spiritual power seemed wrong and scary. But then, she thought about her business dying and Bukola winning, and so she agreed to go with her friend's suggestion. That same day, Folake and Shade boarded a bus to the village where Baba Korede lived. When they got to the village, they took a motorcycle that took them deep into the forest until they arrived at the shrine. That place was dark and terrifying. Baba Korede sat in the middle of the shrine, surrounded by skulls, dried herbs, bottled feed with red liquid that looked like blood, and strange animals' bones. He looked at Folake with sharp knowing eyes. Before she could even speak, he told her he already knew why she had come. She wanted to destroy someone who had risen above her. Folake poured out her entire story. How Bukola had stolen from her. How she had used stolen money to build her business. How she was taking everything that rightfully belonged to Folake. Baba Korede nodded slowly and said he could help her. He could give her something that would destroy Bukola completely and her reputation would be finished overnight. Folake asked desperately, how much would it cost? Baba Korede's eyes glinted in the candlelight. Not how much, he said slowly, but what? He explained what Folake needed to bring. First, 500,000 naira. Second, 20 spoons that had been used by her poorest customers. Customers who struggled with money, like bike men and women with multiple children. And those spoons must not be washed. He would use their poverty as a spiritual contact to prepare the substance that would bring Bukola down. Folake's stomach turned when she heard this. This was too much. She might be strict and wicked, but she wasn't a devil. Using her own poorest customer's spoon, using their poverty for dark magic. No, she couldn't do this. She asked Baba Korede if there were any other option, any other way to get what she wanted. Baba Korede's face was cold and unmoved. None, he said flatly. This is the only way. Take it or leave it. Folake told him she needed time to think and process the info, and so she left the shrine with Shade. On their way back home, Shade tried to convince her, Folake, this is your only chance. You've already come this far. Just do what he's asking and finish this girl once and for all. But Folake shook her head firmly. Not yet. I will try other things first. There has to be another way to bring her down without going this far. Shade sighed, but said nothing more. Over the next few weeks, Folake tried other ways to destroy Bukola. She paid people to spread false rumors online about Bukola's food being unhygienic. She created fake accounts to leave bad reviews on Bukola's page. She told lies to anyone who would listen about Bukola stealing recipes and mistreating workers. But nothing worked. Instead, people defended Bukola. Her loyal customers called out the fake accounts. The lies backfired, making Folake look desperate and jealous. And worse, Folake kept losing more and more customers who were disgusted by her behavior. Her business was dying. Her reputation was ruined. She was losing everything. Finally, after weeks of failed attempts and watching Bukola's success grow even bigger, Folake made a decision that would seal her fate. She went back to Baba Korede. This time, she brought everything he had asked for. The 500,000 naira and 20 unwashed spoons she had secretly collected from her poorest customers over the past week. Baba Korede smiled darkly when he saw she had returned. You are ready now, he said. He took the money and the spoons and disappeared into a back room. Folake could hear him chanting strange words in a language she didn't understand. The smell of burning herbs filled the air. Strange sounds echoed from the darkness. After what felt like hours, Baba Korede emerged holding a calabash. Inside was a dark oily substance. This is everything you need, he said to Folake. This is what will return your glory. When you use this on Bukola, everything she has built will crumble. Her reputation will be destroyed and she will lose everything. What do you think will happen next? Will Folake be successful in her attempt to destroy Bukola, or will she fail? Drop your comments in the comment section. Part 5 drops soon.